You may also want to change the fonts in your HTML document. Now, we have to be a little bit careful here because not every person has every font on their computer. And so we want to make sure that we're serving fonts that people are going to be able to access. There's going to be a list in the knowledge base of your web safe fonts. So those are going to be fonts that are pretty safe to use across browsers. We recommend using one of those in order to get the best results. And or you can also use Google Font capability. Now, Google Fonts is going to be a great resource to get new, fresh, different fonts in your email signatures and in your newsletters, but there are some caveats. So not every browser, not every email client is going to support those. Gmail specifically does not support using custom fonts, including Google Fonts. And so we want to make sure that we always have a backup coded and make sure that it looks good both with the backup and without the backup. Now, if you want to add Google Fonts, you're going to go to the Google Fonts website. You're going to click on a Google font, and you'll get the embed code, and that's going to be the first thing you'll put in. So in the top here, we've got our header. We're going to be linking to that embed code, and you'll just paste it right here. So this is the embed code. We've got Playfair Display and Roboto to use. Now, again, I'm going to show you how to code in backups so that we can make sure that you are always using the right, you always have an option for browsers that don't support Google Fonts. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll come to where you have your text, and this is where we can actually change some of the characteristics of the font. So again, you're going to look at P for paragraph. That's going to be locations that will have text for you. And you can edit any of these style properties here. So you can edit your font. So maybe I don't want Playfair Display. Instead, I want Roboto. And that will, if I hit save, change the font here. Now, these other fonts that are listed below, these again are backup fonts. So if you're in a browser, if you're in a mail client that doesn't support loading a Google font, we want to make sure that we have the closest backup here. In addition, we've got other properties that you can change. So you can change font style, you can add it italic, you can change it to bold, and font size, you can change the size of your font, and you can change the color of your font. So for the color, anything that's going to have, it's going to say color, and then we'll have that hashtag, and you'll paste the hex code in there. Some other things you can change font weight. So that's going to be on a scale of from 100 to 900, and you can use different weights for your fonts. And you can adjust your letter spacing. So if you want your letters to be more spaced out or less spaced out, that'll work here. Any HTML text properties that you know, or any CSS text properties, I should say, that you know, you're able to put here just as an inline style.